Well, the Italian artist Michelangelo, known for his iconic Renaissance sculpture David, and for his painting, of course, on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Vatican City, also remembered for something rather malicious.
Yes, malicious software, or malware they call it, Dan, which is a type of computer virus which causes catastrophic losses of computer data. And Toledo 11's Dick Berry actually warned y'all about this back in 1992. I say y'all because I wasn't aware of these things. A piece of malware was called the Michelangelo Virus, and it has been lying in wait, ready to destroy the files of early computer users.
Most computer hackers agree it's going to hit Friday. It's just a matter of how hard.
Michelangelo Virus is a computer program which attaches itself to other programs, and on March the 6th, erases hard disks.
Burning the midnight oil on the night before what some say could be the big crash.
This one's clean, too.
Todd Myers searches computers at Century Bank for the dreaded Michelangelo virus. As Michelangelo mania builds to a peak, so does demand for debuggers like Myers.
We have a lot of work in there that we rely on to send letters to customers, and if we delete a lot of files, that means a lot more work for us.
But Todd's only had to disinfect 2 computers in the last couple of days with a virus named after the famous Italian Renaissance artist. He says the public wouldn't be so alarmed if they only took simple precautions on a regular basis.
Backing up your data periodically and faithfully, putting write protect notches on floppy disks, not copying software.
Some plan to avoid using their computer to avoid the virus. But Myers says if Michelangelo is around this March 6th, it'll definitely still be in your computer next March 6th. Now, obviously, the Michelangelo virus could turn out to be a big bust. But circle your calendar. The Jerusalem virus is the next computer epidemic set to hit. And it's going to be next Friday, Friday the 13th. Dick Berry, Toledo 11 News.
Dun, dun, dun.
And of course, that was a bust. Y2K was a bust. Tatiana, did you hear the man's advice? He said to be sure there's a write protect notch on your floppy disk. This is what it means here. This is what we used to use years ago. This is a 5.25 inch floppy diskette, and that has the write protect notch on it right there.
So I wonder what actually happened. So obviously, like you said, it was a bust, so nobody's computer got completely wiped out. Y2K didn't happen type deal, right?
Now, the next day on Michelangelo's birthday, March 6th, our Julie Malkin talked to a business in Swanton that lost all its data due to the virus.
Michelangelo is probably turning over in his grave. The famous artist would have been 517 years old today, and the computer world is marking his birthday with a destructive virus bearing his name.
Now, TechNet is one of dozens of computer companies in the Toledo area. It confirmed 3 cases of the Michelangelo virus. 2 were with home PC users, and 1, believe it or not, was with a small bowling center here in Swanton.
I'm totally shocked. I never dreamed that it could happen here. I really didn't.
The KC Bowling Lanes bought new computer equipment in December. It relies on the small PC for payroll, accounting, and tracking its bowling league. Well, usually anyway.
Well, I turned on the computer and it did nothing.
It is definitely confirmed that you do have the Michelangelo virus, and that is what wiped out your entire hard drive. Every single one of these disks have to be checked.
Fortunately, KC Lanes has most of its data on backup disks, but Dorothy and the owners have several hours of work ahead by re-inputting the information and making sure the computer is clear of any other viruses. More are out there, and another one, the Jerusalem virus, is expected next week on Friday the 13th. Julie Malcolm, Toledo 11 News, Swanton.
The Michelangelo virus didn't cause a large-scale disruption as some experts at the time imagined it would, but as we just saw, it did affect some computer users in the area. The real legacy the Michelangelo virus left was that many computer users became aware, and many of them for the first time, that computer viruses were out there waiting to infect their computers.
Now, did anyone actually ever learn who created the virus?
I have no idea. One thing about this is, like, I didn't start getting a computer until the mid-90s, so this is way ahead before it was prevalent, like every home had one. No one ever discovered who released the virus, and whoever they are, it was unlikely they knew. March 6th activation date was Michelangelo's birthday, as we said. Experts believe the date was chosen at random. Only after the virus was released was the connection made to Michelangelo's date of birth.
I think that's impressive and just a little bit of luck. But at the same time, kind of sad, because obviously this is going to be a headache for the folks who were affected. But it's good news that, you know, it's every time we predict doom and gloom with technology, typically it doesn't happen.
Think about how far we've come in the last 15, 20 years. I remember, I think I took a class at the YMCA to learn how to use a mouse and put the computer together. And of course, it wasn't connected online just yet. Then you had to do the online phone thing. You have to dial up.
Yes, dial up internet. And like, what's amazing is, of course, you had to go to a class. My kid literally just picks up my cell phone, and she calls Nana.
Isn't that something?
Times have
One of my
changed.
grandkids, when he's 10 now, he was like a toddler. He just grabbed my wife's phone and within seconds was playing a game on it that we didn't even know was on the phone.
Of course not. That's because he knew. It's crazy.
It's generational, I swear. I don't know anything.
Well, if you'd love to watch great old stories from our archives, you need to be sure to check out the WTO 11 Vault special playlist on our YouTube channel. Ah, there's Dan.
Oh, boy. A young Dan. New in the WTO 11 Vault this week. Can you believe it's been 10 years since our Chris Peterson stepped away from the anchor desk? Wow. Our special program honoring Chris's last day back in 2014. Chris Peterson, 20 years. It is available to watch again right now in the WTOL 11 Vault.
Awesome.